And welcome everybody. This is another episode of the Legion of Zoom. I'm here with my brother down below, ETM like ATM. Go ahead, say hi to the peoples.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
And today we have our newest signee. We call him Josh, but he goes by Golden Gorgol. How you feeling, dude? Let the people know who you are and why you joined ESG.
Okay, cool. So, like you said, yeah, I'm Golden Gorgol, and a lot of what I've been doing recently is shiny hunting, and I like to do a lot of VGC though. I'm actually a pretty competitive person. I like to play a lot of games and be competitive, but honestly, I joined DSG because I wanted to join early on, right? Like because my friends were in it, and people I was watching and supporting were in the just in the ESG community. So. But I low key wanted to feel like I could bring something to the table. But I wanted to help get growth as well as help others get growth. So once we hit affiliate and everybody just was still showing love, even though I wasn't officially part of the squad or anything. I just felt like I needed to help do my part and it's fun, man. I don't know why I wouldn't join. That's
Hell
that's
yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
So.
Eric, how you feel about pretty much every member of ESG being affiliated, on the Twitch grind?
I mean, they grinding. What else? There's nothing else to say to that, man. They doing their things, man. There's nothing I can add to that.
You're right. You're
It's
right.
that they grinding. That's not even a word that I want to use. I can't even find a word. They doing their thing, man. But that's what I want to say.
Alright, I feel that. I feel that. I guess to start things off, so Golden, you said you play VGC, and that's
Yeah.
actually where we met up. We met up at Collinsville Regionals. Funny enough, if Eric found the flight to bring him and the family out there, you probably would have met him too. But I guess my question for you would be, what really made you get into wanting to play competitively, and especially in the Pokemon landscape?
Hey, that's a great question because that goes back kind of like I guess to my early teenage or mid teenage years. I was like 14 or 15. Honestly, you know how it was when you're younger and you play through the games, you reset them all, like you play through them 1,000 times. And when I got to about like Black and White 2, I ran through those games many times, and then I just made a living dex. So after I made a living dex, what else are you gonna do? You caught them all. Literally, you got them all in the box. And even event mons I went after. I was relentless. And so after that, I just had all this passion. Like, what am I gonna do with this? And I started watching. Like, I just found YouTube, man, and that's where I seen people competitively battling. But I had to learn about IVs and EVs. And even though I did know about it, it was not easy to get those mons. So I just watched from a distance. But when X and Y came out, it literally came out on my 16th birthday.
Ooh.
Bro, I spent like probably definitely over 2,000 hours in those games just breeding mons and just
Mm.
getting good. So I think for me, what made me really want to get into it is I'm just competitive already, and I didn't realize there
Mm-hmm.
was a whole nother side to it. Like it was just for me kind of like a little escape. I like the little creatures and the ideas of evolving and super effective moves. But honestly, what it became was like a more mature aspect. Is like, okay, let's be like chess mixed with poker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, so I
Easy,
just learned a whole
easy
new side.
gameplay.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah,
But I guess the question that would be to be asked right now would be so you remember our best of three that we had a couple months ago?
yeah, I do.
So I don't want to brag, but we kind of tore the house down in that best of three. I really did
It was
enjoy it.
fun though. It was
Hell
it
yeah.
was a really good set. I did make my fair share of mistakes, and I think looking back, it's easy to say,
Mm-hmm.
but I had a whole different idea of what you were going to do. But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good. I made my share of mistakes too. Like, I think it was interesting watching both of our own perspectives. But for anyone who hasn't seen it, I'm trying to link it down below if I remember. Um, I think it's a great example of what ESG is going to bring to the table competitively because I think both of us, especially you, have what it takes to do some damage out there when it comes to competing. Because as you know,
You too, bro. You too. Don't underplay yourself.
hey
You too,
man,
man.
hey, we already put some points on the board. I know for a fact that you will too, especially when you got back out there to Colorado. Um,
Through that, bro.
Speaking of which, so you both have something in common. I wonder, can you guys figure that out?
We wear glasses.
Well,
Oh,
yes.
you got that one.
What's the other one?
Um, We both flexers. I mean,
Okay, well, if you would have said we're from the Chicagoland area,
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know.
I mean that's
It,
one
it seemed
thing.
it seemed like you was excluding yourself in that scenario. So I'm like,
I
so what
mean,
would we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
in
yeah.
oh
So
common?
I
yeah,
was trying
yeah,
to.
yeah. I mean that would have been an acceptable answer, but the third one is y'all both have lived in various states. You
Okay.
yourself, Golden, have been kind of a journeyman. Um,
That's at a young age, which is what's just been like, I guess, kind of crazy to have to experience. But hey, they weren't all fun. Most of them weren't like, super fun and oh yay times. You know what I mean? Like I had to work, and even when I was working, like sometimes times wasn't easy. But at least I did get to go and experience a lot of places, and I was fortunate enough to get to do some cool stuff along the way, like go to ball games or go see certain places or go fishing or whatever. But yeah, I'm just glad I was able to get a taste of what culture's like in different places of the U.S.
mhm. Eric, you want anything to say about that? Because you're a journeyman yourself.
Oh yeah, it's the same for me. Just to experience different ways of living. Everything is not the same. You may think it's the same, but when you get down into the details, it's definitely different. The way people move out here on the West Coast is different than how I'm used to in the Midwest and how I was in the South. So it's definitely different. In the South, the coolest thing is watching grass grow. That's that's not for everybody, but but out here in the West Coast it's a little different. So I would say just same thing like Golden said, just looking and observing how different people move from where they from, and as and to also to experience different foods. They make Chinese food different out here. It ain't good, but
Yeah.
That's the thing you talking about. I mean,
Bro, they don't got Italian beefs
no.
in a lot of places, bro. I'm like, wait, you don't have Italian beef? What do you mean? Like,
It's like, oh, we have a roast beef. No, fam. No,
I'm
fam.
I'm at a pizza place. I'm like, wait, you don't got Italian beefs too?
Or when they say what type of sauce you wanted, I was just like, I look at them like, what you mean what type of sauce?
Pizza sauce?
Pizza sauce. I'm like, yeah, we have several. We have the white cheese sauce. We have no. Red regular tomato sauce with the green stuff in there. That's all I want. Don't try to reinvent the wheel here.
well,
Quite literally.
well, y'all both lived in the South and Golden. You said you lived in Texas before, and I've been down there for 5 minutes. Eric, you wanted to originally live in Houston at one point. So I guess Golden, what was your favorite city in Texas? Because you said you've been around.
So, in Texas, I personally spent probably maybe 2 months myself in Richardson, which is outside of Dallas. But when I worked there, I was working a door-to-door job, and we had to drive to different areas. Like we would go to Mesquite, Texas, or places around the Plano area and stuff like that. But honestly, my favorite places I didn't live in Texas, where my cousins live in Galveston, which is I don't know
That's
if
a
you know.
cool place.
Yeah,
That's a cool place.
like my three cousins, they live in Galveston, and I guess four now because my uncle just had another baby.
Okay.
But yeah, and Corpus Christi, I would say off the bluff, like on the island, was pretty nice. But it's kind of expensive out there, low key. But I like
Yeah.
Galveston. I would say Galveston if I had to pick.
Galveston was fun. I went there. It's like Miami and New Orleans meet together. That's how I seen it.
That's fair. That's fair. I've never been to New Orleans, but I've been to Miami, and I could picture that.
I mean, I only been to NOLA that one time we took you down there, Eric, and then Katrina called.
Yeah. I picked up the phone. She said, "Get out." I was like, "All right." All right, I'm out of
I mean, did FEMA do you right? Did they throw a couple dollars your way? I mean,
there.
I know the answer, but
A couple dollars, yeah. That's what you said it right. A couple dollars. I mean, like I lost all my stuff, but
yeah,
Wasn't worth it. Yeah.
yeah.
My dad went.
I got new draws now, so I'm good.
Hey, clean. Feeling
Yeah, they
clean.
clean.
I mean, I vibe with
I
that.
really did. I basically came back with like a bag of clothes, like enough for like 3 or 4 days, because that's how like the older upperclassmen, they was telling us, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just take a few clothes. We'll be back." This happens every year or something like that, or it happens so often. So I took like like 2 pairs of drawers, and you know what I mean. And like next thing you know, they like, yeah, the school underwater. I was like,
Damn.
nah.
I understand. Oh, I don't personally understand how you feel, but my dad he went through Hurricane Ike with like my cousins, all of them down in there, and so I know they lost a lot of stuff too. So just talking to him about the situation, you know, kind of he amplifies that, like how serious they really was, you know,
Yeah,
for a lot of
yeah,
people. So
yeah, it was real serious. Fortunately enough, I didn't lose like a lot of stuff. You know, it was just
yeah,
all replaceable stuff. But there were a lot of people that lost a lot of things that was irreplaceable. You know, lock boxes with family photos in their heirlooms, all type of stuff was
yeah,
lost.
that's
Dang.
Yeah, that's you can't replace that. You know what I mean? Something
That's
that's been
facts.
passed down for generation to generation, or it's not even generation to generation. It could be something that you hold value to that your mom gave you, and now it's gone.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I feel
yeah.
that.
So,
Yeah,
so shout out to everybody. You know
true,
that lost
Hmm.
true.
something. You
Much
know,
peace, much love. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully everybody doing okay. Avoid them hurricanes. Like,
Yeah, that's
move if
true.
there's an advisory. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
No,
So,
I vibe. I vibe with that message. I don't want to say I vibe with that. That sounds so wrong.
yeah, no, vibe with the message
I
though.
was gonna say, you
Yeah.
having hurricane parties, Aaron?
I mean, I mean, when I was in San Antonio, I told y'all during Harvey we played flag football during the hurricane.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, we called it a Harvey Bowl. So for us, we weren't impacted by Hurricane Harvey. We felt the storms and the crazy winds, but we didn't get impacted. Like the worst that happened was we missed a day of school. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk about, oh yeah, I know exactly what it's like to go through a hurricane because I don't. Um, Fortunately though, fortunately, everybody's safe now. Thankfully, none of us really lost anything that we can't replace. Of course, Eric, you're my brother. You know, we were worried for you when you were down there in Katrina. Even though I was like
Yeah,
7 and I didn't really understand much about a hurricane. But
yeah.
True. So
To be
scary.
totally honest, I was like 18, and to be totally honest, that was the last thing on my mind. And outside of this conversation, I tell y'all why.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
cool, man.
I mean,
I hear you, man. But being 18, I could imagine that the plethora of options, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
man. I mean, I was only down there for like 3 weeks before it hit, and then it was just like I went on Bourbon Street maybe about 4 or 5 times. But yeah, it's different, and that's why I love being down
yeah,
there.
yeah. He was down in Bourbon Street, streaming.
Okay, okay.
Making family friendly content.
Unfortunately enough, I was a little too old to be streaming before the vlogging stuff. I'm a
Yeah.
I
little older
mean,
than.
what you talking about? We seen
But I
people
mean,
of
you
different
started the
ages.
wave.
Yeah, we seen
Yeah,
people of different ages. Coming out here grinding. No,
yeah.
one t-
All right. To give y'all put it in perspective, I graduated from high school in 2005.
Okay,
okay.
fair enough, fair enough.
Now you get
Fair
it.
Nah,
enough. But I heard it from you in the videos yourself saying you seen a grandma or something grinding up on Facebook,
Oh
mm-hmm.
yeah,
and people were showing her mad love, you know.
Mm-hmm. We seen dudes in their 30s who were trying to get into streaming or already
Right.
streaming. Like, you could talk about that too, Golden. Like, how's your journey been with meeting new people on the platform?
I mean, honestly, bro, it's just been cool because, like I've said a bunch of times, like just even during stream, like if it wasn't for everybody in chat, like I would just be sitting there recording it offline and watching a show or something else. Like it's cool to have people while I am live, like just to talk to and just hang with. It kind of takes
Mm-hmm.
the mind off the hunt or whatever, which is cool. But at the same time, you just start like meeting new people, seeing what they're about, seeing what they like. Like it's just cool to see how your chat interacts too, you know.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good people though. Like we haven't had really any crazy negative problems. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe a couple of misunderstandings, but I think we handle them in a good way where we're not trying to
Yeah. No.
like call nobody out to where they're unless they need to be called out. You know what I mean? But it hasn't
Mm-hmm.
really been to that point, so that's why I've been pretty grateful. Everybody's been pretty cool.
Hey,
You
as
know?
long as no one been DDoSed or worse while they're streaming,
No, like everybody's just been mad supportive. That's all I could say is like
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank everybody.
Yeah.
Like
And
can't say it enough.
speaking of which, Eric, when are you gonna do some more streaming on the Evil Scheme Gaming page?
when I stopped getting my behind handed to me in Tekken, I was playing
Hey man, I mean,
I played some dude on Tekken, and like he may not even be like that great, but he had like 100 and like something wins or whatever. So I beat him like the first round, and then he did the rematch. I accepted the rematch.
Yeah, you should have just did.
He took me for 15. I stayed around for 15 ass.
Oh no.
No.
He opened the can on you. Nah.
Nah, that was more than the can, man. He opened the front door on my ass, let me come in the house of ass whoopers.
Sorry, man.
Oh no. So Golden.
Why'd you let him do it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know,
15 times. Oh no.
from my experience,
I would go all the way to round. You know, we would go. We was playing the best of 3. We would go all the way to the 5th match, and I'm like, all right, I got him. Nope. And I was like, well, I was that close.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I got you. I didn't realize, like, I guess I thought that you played like 15 sets type of thing.
I mean, like
yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah. You see,
and every time you were so close at the end,
I was
you
so
just kept
close.
Oh my. Hey, at least you didn't like give up. I can give you that.
I did give
Yeah.
up after 15.
But I mean, after 15, okay.
I mean, hey, Golden, you might
I
get
don't
into
know what to
Tekken.
say.
You might get to Tekken soon, and you may play my brother. My advice though is, if you play online and you're just losing, sometimes you just gotta cut your losses and dip. You know, fight another day.
Yeah.
It's like it's frustrating because you see me talk about it and complain about it all the time in your chat, but sometimes you just gotta say, all right, next opponent, or all right, let me put the game down.
Like one of the reasons that I stayed was because it took a long time for me to get a match. So then I was like, well, let me just go ahead and keep playing this. And then I seen 15, and then I was like, yeah, it's time for me to get off this. Let me go back to training mode. Then he sent me a
positive
message on
though.
Xbox.
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. I was gonna say, at least the positive though, bro, is that at least while you were playing him, you were probably like getting better at your adjustments. Like, you know what I mean? After 15 games,
most
your
definitely.
adjustments are quicker. You know, so there's something positive out of it, at least.
What he say? What did he say to you in your message?
He said, why did you quit? You was getting better. I was like, stop playing with me. And so then he said something, and then I said, hold on, wait, you're not that good now. Like,
you should have told. No, you should have said, I got a little brother who could beat your ass. Like, you should have told him that. I would have pulled up.
Hey man, that's not how it goes. It's the little brother go get the big brother.
Tell him I'm the big brother.
All right.
You don't have to know everything. You gotta
know.
All you gotta know is that someone's gonna open the can on him. We call them the salty runbacks. But now I had people send me hate mail while streaming before. One dude said trash. I said LOL.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, LOL. Okay, whatever. And then he kept messaging me every 30 minutes.
You should have sent back. You think you can take out the trash then?
Nah, I just told him like straight up, like, bro, man, you need to do something with your life, like. And then he kept messaging me, and I just blocked him. But now it's like, if I ever run into him again in the future, he's getting the hardest L of his life, because I did get better since then, I feel like. But it'd be like that. But
I felt it because, you know, on Valorant, I play Valorant, and sometimes people on there, like, they'll get mad because they, like, for example, I jumped up, I used a little jetpack, which makes a little explosion noise, got up on top of a trailer, and I stood right there, and somehow my enemy didn't hear me, and I just shot him pretty easily. And he got mad and said, wow, like, that is so lame, like, you're trash and all this. And I was like, he's like, all you were doing was camping, but really he didn't even hear the pack himself, like, he just ignorant. But I was just like, okay. I'm like, well, that's too bad you got killed by somebody who's garbage. That sucks.
The funniest things would be when people do say something to you though, like I had someone call me trash after I won a Fortnite game, and I told him I was like salt on my chips, cause like, look, man, if you're gonna be salty, you know, might as well sprinkle some seasoning on my potato chips. You know?
I mean, I usually like don't take it personal, like I was telling you earlier. I just kind of laugh, but at the same time, I'm like, if you're gonna keep going, it's like, dude, like, is it really that serious? Like, you know, you got something. I hope you feel better, like, bro, like, you got some stuff that you got to get off your chest or something. Like.
Now, Eric, you know about the Modern Warfare 2 days, like.
Oh yeah. The rest of us, so we got 2 other brothers. They twin, and we used to run, you know, 6v6 and Modern Warfare, and like we have 4, and then we'll pick up 2 randoms out of the lobby, and every time we go back to the main lobby, y'all trash, y'all cheating, y'all got
aimbot.
Yeah, aimbots, and then also
Modded controller.
Yeah, a modded controller, and I'm like, dude, no, it's not. Like, look, I work. I ain't got time to go find a modded controller or do any of those things. I got the controller with the system.
I mean,
Bad.
I mean,
Bad.
to be fair, we did have one brother who probably would have, quote unquote, cheated. Like that's how good he was. You know who I'm talking about, Eric.
When he got ranked, that's when he started going crazy though. When he got up into the top 100, that's when he started going crazy.
Yeah, we had one brother who was good in Call of Duty before it was popular to be good at Call of Duty. Like, you know, back in the day, people played COD, but no one went to tournaments like today.
Yeah.
These days, you got your scumps, you got your nade shots who were making millions competing on the circuit. We had a brother who was a few years too early for all that.
Yeah, I think he got up to like 19 or something like that on the leaderboard for Call of Duty. But again, he was like 18, fresh out of college, so that's all he did for the summer.
Fair enough, but he was doing work. Like,
as you can see, talent runs in the family.
Okay.
But to keep it real though, we've all competed. Like, you remember that, Eric? You went to that plane trade tournament, that LAN tournament for COD.
Man, they didn't even give us time to set up our controller, and then they go, and then I'm playing on somebody else's settings. It was terrible, man.
That sounds awful. That's like if they gave you somebody else's DS or a Switch at regionals or at a tournament, and just pop your cartridge in and I don't know, use a different team.
The comparable.
Not that. Yeah. If
they gave you preset Pokemon, it's like, here you go. You're like, oh wait, these
Pokemon Stadium. But we'll get back at that. But no, it's the equivalent of, let's say you boot up Valorant or something, and you got someone's key binding instead of your regular ones. That's the equivalent.
That's a much better comparison. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
My brain was just connected.
You good. I'm just here on the sidelines.
This Friday, man.
Yeah, we already talked about that. It's one of those days, you know.
Yeah.
I was at work. I was struggling to write emails, and I was just like, how you spell this?
Hey.
Whatever. This will work for now.
It makes you feel better. My job's doing me dirty for my last week. So for the past month or 2 months, I've been opening at my job. Coming in open. Do you know about that? Because I'd be still at work when you start your noon streams.
True.
This week, they decided they're going to have me close pretty much every day of the week, except for my last day. They want me to open. So my second to last day closed. Then I got to come back immediately to open. So they want me to be miserable on my last couple days there.
Bro, yeah, for real. They don't, especially if you want to take time, because the way I am is I would need time to unwind and chill no matter what when I get home. If it's late, I at least need a little bit to chill, eat, watch some TV or do whatever, play a game for just 20-30 minutes and then crash or do what I gotta do. But at the end of the day, bro, when you do that, sometimes it can be really late at night, and then you're staying up too late.
Yeah, that's me all the time. That's why I said I just got used to waking up early, because back then I was dreading it. I still do, but I could at least get to sleep at 1 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's where this past week I've been staying up kind of late, but every day after the stream I got a bunch going on, either something in real life that I was a friend needed me or something, or last night I edited 2 videos, and I tried to make the Discord so that way we had a legit Discord to post maybe some shinies where people, if they get a shiny, they could post it or something. That'd be cool. I'm down to see that. So yeah, just all that plus VGC ideas, just all that, man. So it was cool, man. I didn't know anything about making a Discord server, so I just took it on and just tried to learn everything. And it's just a learning everything's a learning process, just hands-on. But it'll be cool to see how that grows too, man.
Yeah, I mean, everybody and their mom has a Discord server these days, but
yeah.
I mean, I ain't hating. It's just that it's hard to keep up with every single server.
It really is, and I feel that personally. The only reason that I really wanted it is just mainly the shiny, and if people want to share a team or something, but we're not even on that right now, so mainly it's just the shiny thing.
I feel that.
Because I mean, I can't be somebody got a shiny today in stream, and I couldn't be oh, send the picture in chat,
Yeah, I got you. I mean, funny enough,
I want to see it.
Funny enough, when you got your Reggie Steele and your Reggie Lecky, it was right after you just put up the ESG on your stream. So I don't want to say you got some luck because of being part of the gang, but
Hey,
And hey, I got my tracking in the same stream. I did the same thing. So,
bro, true that. I mean, maybe it's a blessed image, bro. No, it is blessed image.
oh yeah. So Eric,
It's gonna stay right up at the top, but we got it.
you wanna should I make the announcement? Or should you make the announcement about what we did last night?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So we put the request in, and we're gonna have some new logos coming in for ESG, and in the process, we're gonna also be having a merch store come up really soon. So you already know about that, Golden. We got people who are ready to buy some ESG merch. We got people who want hats, t-shirts. I want shoes, but I told you about that, Eric.
Hold your Squirtle there, man. Hold your Squirtle there.
But hey, I mean, we're all learning. We're all still going through a process. How about, I guess, Eric, I'll ask you that, since me and Golden both talk about our experiences. How's it been for you when it comes to this whole like branding aspect of things?
It's a learning experience. Again, like if you watch the first episode, we just talk about how like we started it. You know, like I'm competitive with the game. I'm really competitive with the game. You know,
15 games competitive.
Yeah, for real.
They probably would say I'm probably like I talk the most shit. What you shaking your head
Hey,
for?
but
I didn't say anything. I'm just shaking my head. You know, I'm watching some good quality gameplay on my side of things for Legion. You know, I'm shaking my head like, oh, I'm facing good plays.
Okay, all right. No, but I'm real competitive. I probably talk the most shit, you know, and so you know, just starting it up, like I really didn't even know anything about it, but it makes sense. If I'm gonna spend this much time, you know, doing it, why not do it and make a career out of it? You know, so we all learning just as well. You know, we don't have no super big financial backing like rest of them do. We learning and we growing together, you know, and so you know we pulling each other up.
Facts, man.
You know,
That's what I was telling Golden. That's what I was telling Golden when I get out there to your place. If we could somehow secure a sponsor, at least one sponsor by the end of the summer, I will be ecstatic, because it shows that we really are doing something right with this whole brand. And I remember you had something you wanted to say about that, Golden, that we had to say for the episode.
What were we saying, bro, about that? I'm sorry. I had something.
I mean, we're talking. I said like, hey, we're both gonna be. You're gonna be going to Colorado soon. I'm gonna be going out to Seattle. And I just said like, hey, I'm going out there for ESG mostly, but if I could get us like a sponsor or something, I'll be really happy. That's what we were talking about.
I can't remember what I was saying in that particular moment. I think all I can remember that I wanted to say is that was about the gear, you know, about getting the gear, but you already covered that. I can't remember what it was, honestly, bro. I'm sorry to
Are you good?
flack,
You good?
but we were talking for like a minute.
Are you good?
that was probably my fault.
No, you're good, man. I was
traffic, so.
I was playing Showdown, but then we started talking, and then I abandoned my match, and I was like, who cares? It's done later. But then I don't remember what the idea was that I can't remember it, bro.
I mean, it's all good. I guess the thing to be mentioned would be like, how do I say this without it sounding bad? If we get a sponsor, it'll make us feel very official. Like, I think we are official by the fact that our numbers purely have just been, you know, great. Everybody's been growing through ESG. Everybody's been gaining popularity, like in our own way. We're not, like I said, we're not Panda Global or whatever. Even though you go ahead.
I think you probably more official when you have people that like you and people that want to be a part of you, and then you got the haters. So from that whole statement, we got all three. So, you know, you got people that like us, you got people that don't like us, from the guy who was on Twitter talking mad crazy, plus the other one talking about Steam Gaming. I'm like, who are you? I ain't never heard of you, you know what I mean? Just like, you copied our name. I was like, no, I didn't.
You copied ours.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're official by the government.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I steal your name when I didn't know of you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Nah, but I think we did get some street cred for burying that guy on Twitter.
Yeah,
He is good.
But-
Plus, like, you could write stuff off, like, I mean, because let's be honest, like, if it is a business, then it's good that it's official because you can write, say for example, if somebody need to go on a trip, they could, put that towards the business expense,
Mm-hmm.
and write that out, save money on the, try to save money on the trips for the taxes or whatever. I mean, I
Yeah,
know it's
yeah.
just a small thing, but that's
You
just
got
a real life adult thing
It,
that
it
I'm
goes a
talking about.
long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you hit it on the nail. That's actually a great thing to talk about. So what are your plans? What are y'all plans in the future? You, Golden, as a
Hold
competitive.
on. Wait. Time out. You know it's not official. We only got a little bit of time left. You know this is not official until I give them the random question.
Okay.
All right.
It's not official, and this is his time to shine, not ours. So
I was about to ask him a question, but
All right.
okay.
Let this man shine. All right. So
Yeah.
this round is just the lightning round. This is for people to get to know you. It's gonna
All
be 10 random questions,
You got 10 minutes.
rapid fire. First thing that comes to the head.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. Favorite ice cream.
Vanilla.
Favorite state.
Colorado.
Best city you've been to.
Chicago.
Dream vacation.
Japan.
Xbox 360. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
All right. Sorry. It's not lightning now. What makes you happy?
Friends.
All right. Favorite movie?
Super bad.
Favorite color?
Blue. Comet blue.
Oh, specific. All right. All right. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
And tell us a joke.
Oh, you got me on the spot now. Usually I'm on some dry humor. Shoot. Man, you stumped me.
All right, got you.
Shit.
I-
My humor is more like satirical. Like if somebody says, I don't know how to describe me, man. My humor just has to come
He got
out.
that suburban humor. But I got some questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So, if you had to pick a song to describe this whole thing or deal, what would it be?
This whole like by ESG or by like what do you mean?
I'm
by
talking about
this?
like this whole like Legion of Zoom meeting. Like I asked Topher, I love that question. Like if you could think of a song that describes this trio, what would it be?
Well, you asked Tofar. You said if you had a theme song, what would that be?
No, I said a song. I didn't say a theme.
Hey, I got one for you, and I know you're gonna like the answer. That's why I'm gonna bring it up. Hey, I don't know if you want me to say this, but hard work pays off.
I knew it.
In future, that's what. Yeah,
I knew it.
I got your back.
I-
I got your back.
I think that's just the national anthem for a lot of us lately right now. You know.
Yeah, man.
What about you, Eric? What song would you give to keep it fair?
So, I'm glad you asked this because I was listening to it when I logged on, and this is my new favorite theme song. It hit home, and this is what we all shooting for. 100 Mil by J. Cole. That's my theme song for the year.
Well,
And it's not even about $100 million. It's about 100 mil. Shooting for the top. You know what I mean? That
I
could be
give you
100
that.
million followers. That could be 100 million streams. That could be 100 mil, whatever.
Well-
I'm shooting for the top.
well, I'll keep mine simple. I'll say Afterlife by Future. World on Drugs is a great album, man. I got your love, man. But other than that,
Shout out to Hendrix, bro. Shout out to Hendrix.
yep. Since y'all both are basketball fans, what are your predictions for who's gonna make it to the NBA Finals and who's gonna win?
Oh my. So, you can go ahead if you want, bro.
No.
Honestly,
No. You go ahead. I'm gonna see what type of baller you are.
Okay. So let me pull up because I don't know exactly if they played playing games last night. So to be fair, let me see who played the playing game because I know the Lakers somehow beat the Warriors the other night. I was a bit
Miracle 3.
okay. So honestly, the brain dead answer I would pick is the Brooklyn Nets because I mean I honestly don't see them getting beat in the East like at all. And the West has been crazier than I think it's harder to predict than it's been. My dad thinking that the Lakers are still gonna go somehow like on some scripted kind of thing. I don't know about that. I know the Lakers are great, and I definitely thought that they were gonna win last year, and they did go and win in the bubble. But man, I think the Nets will win. But I would love to see, I guess, either the Suns or I would say let me put the Suns with the Nets, bro. I'd love to see that.
That'd be interesting. What about you,
That
Eric?
would be interesting. So I'm gonna have to give you two answers to that. So, who I see coming out the East, my decision have changed on them. It was the Celtics because JT was balling,
Yeah.
but they falling. But it's hard for me to say who coming out the East. But if I had to pick somebody, I'm probably gonna pick the Nets too because you know they balling out there.
Hey, Golden,
Undeniable.
you saw me.
But-
You saw my playbook on Twitter.
Yeah.
But coming out the
early
West,
on.
hear me out. I think it's gonna be the Warriors.
Hey, you can't count them out.
Oh, you
ever. I
can't.
don't care if they lost the play-in game. I don't care if their roster's injured. Steph's having a crazy.
But that's the
year.
thing.
Come on.
It's Steph quite literally carrying the team right now. Like Wiggins shows
Honestly.
up, Draymond does show up too. Personally, Brooklyn, I'm a big KD fan. I can't go against them, and
Me
I
too.
think it's gonna be Utah. I just don't see anybody really beating Utah with the crazy roster they got. They got Clarkson, they got Ingles coming off the bench, Donovan Mitchell's going crazy. I don't think the Suns is ready yet because they're an inexperienced team when it comes to the playoffs. Besides CP3,
That's
The Ja-
true.
the Ja-
That's true.
the
And we
Jazz
had
is-
that conversation.
The Jazz is gonna get put out.
I don't think so. Like last year, they got put out in the bubble because Donovan had La Rona. Because you saw it in Game 7, he was on the court floor panting for air. Like
Yeah,
he was exhausted for an unknown reason. I wonder why.
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah, but they not playoff ready. They season ready, but they not playoff ready. The playoffs is a whole different beast animal, and like I would say, who could beat them easily in the playoffs, easily hands down, is the Nuggets. Joker is not playing with these cats. He is balling. Jamal Murray, you know, if they had him, he would.
I mean,
Joker's not playing.
the Nuggets are my number 2 pick out of that, but
Yeah.
Joker's not playing with him.
I just don't see like
Who
Utah.
from the Jazz can stop him?
I don't think it's necessarily stopping him. It's like stopping the rest
That's
of the
who you
team.
gotta stop.
It's just-
That's who you gotta stop.
I mean, a great
He's
question
a
would be
facilitator.
a great question would be like, what about their rotation? You know, they got to be able to hang with Utah, and Utah has one of the best benches out there. You know.
So I almost
got-
picked Utah with you, but the only reason I picked the Suns is because I think they might be out for revenge from last year in the bubble. If y'all remember what
Yeah,
happened,
they
went
undefeated.
8-0, and they
Yeah.
still got dissed, and so they might be just like, and CP3 might be on some like, all right, let's get this.
I
you
think
know?
he should have been MVP for the fact that he got the Suns there. Like everybody thought 6th through 8th seed maybe for the Suns. No one said second.
Yeah,
so.
for real.
Well, actually, they are second. Yeah.
Yeah, like no one expected that. But
Nah.
I mean, we got like a couple minutes left, so let's wrap this up. Eric, any final remarks for Golden?
No, I'm gonna give him the last 2 minutes to say whatever he want. Let him pop his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, I just gotta say once again, I can't thank you guys enough for the support, and I'm just glad that you guys gave me the opportunity to join and help y'all out and help myself out and just help everybody that's part of the community, you know. And because of that, we already getting a second emote slot, so shameless plug, another emote coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been real, man. Like I've just gone from chilling in my room by myself to sharing and supporting with other people, and it's been cool. So much love, guys.
All right, y'all. Well,
Hey, if you see me in your Twitch, the Evil King, that's me talking shit. So don't think it's Aaron, it's me.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I seen you blow my stuff up. I appreciate you.
so let's close
Thank
this
you.
out because we forgot to do it last week. I'll remember to do it this time. So that's it, everybody. Check out Golden. His information will be down below. And the closing motto: the scheme is evil, but the win is nice. All right.
Nice.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace
Oh yeah,
out.
esports pose.
I'm not doing it. I don't like that.
You did that with
All right,
Tofar
I got
Love.
you,
That's
I got you.
all right.